Hello, I'm on this Zoom call with Steve Latham, who's the CEO of Donate Stock, and I've asked him to answer some questions for the members of the congregation at Etz Chaim to figure out the best way for us to donate to our synagogue. So, Steve, could you give us sort of a background of Donate Stock and what's happened since your inception?
Sure. Sure, David. Thank you for having me. So Donate Stocks company, we started just over 4 years ago in 2020. We launched in 2021, really with a mission of making stock gifting accessible and easy for all donors, all recipients, whether it's nonprofits, religious organizations, and the like, by removing the friction for the donors and the nonprofits. To date, we have about 2,200 customers around the country of all sizes, and we've processed about 23 million in gifts to date. And we're still really just getting started. We think stock gifting really should be it's a multi-billion dollar opportunity. So we're still early innings, but so far so good.
So, why should our members pay their dues or donations through Donate Stock instead of just sending us a check?
Yeah, this is the best question because a lot of people don't think about the currency they're using when they're doing their charitable giving or the tithing. And so the biggest advantages for stock gifting are really twofold. For the donor, you can have much more tax savings. So if you donate appreciated stock instead of selling that stock and then donating the proceeds, which is a mistake because your brokerage will deduct the capital gains tax. If you didn't donate stock directly, you don't have to pay the capital gains tax, nor does the recipient because you're tax exempt. So the recipient receives more, and you as the donor get a much greater tax savings in that, avoiding the capital gains, and then you can write off or itemize the full fair market value of the stock you gifted.
Could you give me an example of how this works?
Sure. So let's say you bought NVIDIA, $1,000 worth of NVIDIA maybe 5 years ago. I think today it's worth around 10,000. It's probably more, but we'll say 10,000 for easy numbers. So if I sold that stock to give you the cash, I would have to pay tax on the $9,000 gain. If I donate that stock to you, I don't have to pay the capital gains tax, and I get to write off a $10,000 deduction. So for me, it's really a double win tax savings. And then you as an organization would receive the full $10,000 gift. So everybody wins when you donate stock.
Why doesn't our members just send their stocks through the broker instead of going through Donate Stock?
Yeah, well, that was my experience years ago. And the reason we started Donate Stock, because if you have been through the experience of trying to make a stock gift on your own, it's quite tedious and painstaking. It took me several hours to initiate just one gift, and it just wasn't worth the hassle. So that's part of we solve for that with, think of it, a PayPal experience that makes it fast and easy. It takes about 5 minutes to execute your first gift. After that, each subsequent gift just takes 1 or 2 minutes. For financial advisors, we also provide them with the information they need to save them the hassle of having to contact you, the recipient, get your account information, go write it up, get your donor to sign it, and then go back and report to you. We can solve for all of that or remove the friction for them. So it's easier for advisors to use, and it's much easier for donors to do it themselves.
Well, just recently, I wound up using donor stock to help pay my dues, and I couldn't believe how easy it was. Actually, the most difficult part was finding the broker number to put on the form, and then I did it a couple days later. And it was much easier because everything was right there. So it's very intuitive. So I appreciate that.
Glad you had a good experience. That's the goal.
So what's the cost of this for our donors?
Yeah, the best part, there's no cost. For donors, it's fast, safe, it's free. We can remove the friction, save you time and hassle. There's no cost to you. We're compensated by the organizations we support, that we serve as their stock gift processing arm, if you will. So we just charge a very modest fee, normally less than what most pay for credit cards.
Steve, I want to thank you very much for joining me on Zoom and sharing this with our members. And I hope you have a good rest of your summer.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it.
Okay. Bye-bye.